Greetings, people of the internet. This is Cardiacs, and I actually have a holiday kind of video. This was actually going to be posted a long time ago, but I'm not good at time management and also generally just doing things in a timely manner. Uh, so yeah, I was gonna post this like months ago, I think. Um, well, not the video itself, but the drawing. Um, because the author of I believe it's called the Prince of Southland, on Webtoon, posted this draw this in your style challenge thing. And I love their style. I love how they draw their characters. And so I just felt like a requirement basically to attempt drawing this image. Um, of course, they opened this a long time ago, and I got started on it pretty quickly, but it always takes me ages to finish anything, honestly. Um, Sorry if there was any interference. My cat started to headbutt, or not headbutt, but whack the microphone with his tail. Anyway, I'm gonna try to avoid him touching the thing again. Um, so the timing for this is somewhat. I want to use the word fortuitous, but I don't know if that's the right word. You ever just want to use a word, but you're not entirely sure of its meaning, so you're not so sure if it's like right? My cat just, I think, sat on my mouse. Um, he likes to do that. He of course when I start doing something, he gets in the way. Um, and for some reason he likes to sit on my mouse pad. Where was I? Um, oh yes, was I was working on this months ago, and I had recorded it, of course, but I have so much recording for things and keep forgetting to actually work on the video themselves. So here we are. Um, I had planned to do a different piece for Valentine's Day, a different fan art for a thing on a comic on Webtoon that I had found recently, but of course, as always, the holidays kind of sneak up on me. It doesn't matter if it's like Christmas or Thanksgiving or like St. Patrick's Day, like everything just sneaks up on me. I won't realize that time is passing until it's like tomorrow. And then and then I have to either scramble to get something out or just not do anything. And usually I don't end up doing anything because my family has never really been a celebratory family. Like, we haven't properly celebrated any holiday since I was a child, and I mean like a small child. Um, in recent years, I try to cook for my family on like the bigger holidays, but for the holidays like St. Patrick's Day and Valentine's Day and whatnot, I just don't do anything. So, since there's not much anticipation for the actual holiday, I tend to just let it fly by and just don't even realize. So, yeah, I I want to try to fix that, but anyway, so I thankfully had gotten started on this fan art for the Prince of Southland, and so I was kind of able to get this done in time for Valentine's Day. It is literally 5 a.m. On the morning of the 14th. So hopefully this gets posted later today. Um, yeah, I've actually been awake all night because don't, I can't just, I'm just bad at keeping track of time. I'm bad at I'm bad at going to bed at the same times because of anxiety, and also just I'm never tired at the same times, and I'm generally always tired, but also not enough to fall asleep. It's very annoying. But I digress. Um, so, so yeah, like trying to do basically anything is a bit difficult, but I wanted so badly to stick with my uh um 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 New Year's resolutions. I'm struggling so bad. I feel like I haven't done a voiceover in ages, but I always feel like I am just babbling, so hopefully it's just in my head, as most things feel like they are. But um yes, the New Year's resolutions, I have kind of forgotten what majority of them were, as I typically do, to be honest. I remember that I wanted to do at least one video per month, and I was going to do another video for January, but I ended up just not, because I am terrible with time management, and the passage of time apparently just it's just not a thing in my brain, I guess. So yeah, uh, but I intend to make a list, like write a large list and like a poster kind of thing, and post it in my room somewhere that I will see every day so I can have that reminder, because honestly, I need the reminder. I am just bad at remembering anything. For example, uh I have joined a book club with some friends, and um one of my best friends is the leader, I guess, of the book club, and it's an online book club. Um, and my main concern with joining it would be, or it was, trying to remember, for one thing, to actually read the set amount for every meeting, and also um, do it consistently, because I am not good at consistency. I always like I have the hardest time trying to maintain a schedule. I have a hard time maintaining habits. Like, habits for me are just so hard. Like, I don't understand like why functioning like a human is so difficult for me, but like I will do something. I will for for sh- through sheer force of will, I will manage to do a task every day for like 20 to 30 days, and then I will just forget, and then will never do that task again. And the same thing with like when I don't have a job that requires me to go to bed at a certain time, even though when I do have a job it's still hard for me to go to bed at a certain time. Uh it's exceptionally difficult because I just tend to forget what day it is. I forget um um what, like, I honestly just lose track of time regardless. So it'll be like, say I wake up at like 2 p.m. I'll like sit down at my computer and like doodle or something, or open up a video game, and then suddenly it's 10 p.m. or something. Like, I just can't keep track of the passage of time, and I'm I that makes doing basically everything difficult. Trying to do videos, trying to have a job, trying to do anything. I feel like I am just complaining constantly, but I am trying to be better at this. I've always been this way, and I have never really figured out a trick to fix it. So suggestions would be very helpful. Um, um, yeah. Today actually I have an appointment to help me find a job. Um, it is with a mental health clinic, and one of the programs that they offer is help with finding a job and also counseling to help handle and kind of like maintain said job. And I I'm not gonna lie, I feel like it won't help me Be- because I that just I could keep going and it would just take so many videos. But if I'm going to actually make this about the holiday, then it needs to be about the drawing. It needs to be about like what I plan to do for the holiday. And so I'm going to do a slight segue and go and say that instead of instead of just staying home and doing my usual this time, I plan to kind of have a bit of a date with myself because I always treat myself pretty poorly, to be honest. And um, so after the mental health counseling appointment thing I have later today, I plan to run some errands because let's be honest, I don't do a whole lot, but what I do tend to do is, run errands for my mother and also getting groceries for my family, things like that. So I will be doing that, and at some point I plan to um like go out to eat, maybe with a friend, but mostly with myself. I just want to try to enjoy time with myself for once because most of my time is spent feeling bad for myself because of how poor my mental health is. So, yeah, I just want to try to take some time for myself to remind myself that this is the only life I have and the only way to enjoy it is if I actually take the steps to tell myself and make myself believe that it is okay to like myself. I hope that makes sense and that I'm not just babbling. I'm probably still babbling though. Okay, so for the actual drawing, um, on the left is Jensen. He is an escaped convict, kind of, and on the right is Donnie. He is kind of a celebrity. Like his family is kind of rich, I think. It's been a while since I've read the beginning of the webcomic, so I don't remember all of the details, but I'm trying to give a quick uh, blurb, I guess, for the premise of the story. And um, uh, uh, um, one day, Donnie is walking and meets Jensen just after he has escaped from wherever it is he was being held. I don't entirely understand. It's a futuristic kind of webcomic, so the location exactly of where Jensen was being held is not super clear to me, but um, um, yeah, there are some more details I could probably give, but I don't want to accidentally give spoilers, and I'm really bad at not giving spoilers, so I'm just going to leave it at that and hope for the best. Anyway, the story so far is really cute. Like, I like the relationship between these two, even though it's not like super developed yet. It's a little bit of a slow burn, not like super, super slow, but it is a bit, it's gradual. Um, and like I said earlier, I do love the author's art style, even though I feel like I didn't do it justice. I have like a few things because I drew the majority of this months ago. I have a few things that I've noticed that I kind of wish that I had changed. Um, for example, like I typically draw with really thin line work, and I like how the original piece has uh, like varied line work. In some places it's thicker, in other places it's really thin. I really like that variation. Um, I'm I didn't used to like doing it myself, but I liked it when other people did. So I think in the future I want to try and attempt my own version of that, I guess, because I like when other people do varied line art. I personally, though, sometimes when I find an artist that I really like and I want to emulate their style in a certain aspect, whatever it is that is indicative of their style doesn't really resonate with me in my own style. Um, there's the line art that, for example, but there's also what else can I think of, or what else can I give as an example? There was something else that I tried once, and I don't know. I like it when other people do it, but when I do it, I just don't. Like, I for some reason, like, it can be fun, but just don't like the final outcome. Um, the only thing I can really think of right now other than line work is like the chibi style. Whenever I draw little cutesy round character versions or cutesy round versions of my characters, uh, I tend to just not really enjoy how they come out looking. But when other people draw their characters in that little cutesy, squished, round style, I just think it's like the cutest thing ever. I just haven't figured out how I like it implemented in my own style, I guess. I don't know exactly how to describe that. Yeah. I I'm sure that if I kept practicing, then I would figure out a version of a chibi style that I like and that I can draw. But yeah, I don't really have a reason to draw chibis that much, to be honest, because most of my artwork is quote unquote realistic. It's like based in reality because like I don't draw super cartoony. My characters and my art style in general is based on um very human, very natural, very realistic proportions and appearances. So jumping from that kind of basic realism to super cartoony like the chibi style, it's very jarring, I guess. So I guess it would make sense for why it's so difficult for myself to get into it. But I still want to try because I tend to get bored very easily with almost everything I do, let's be honest. But um, you know, changing it up a little bit every now and again helps with that. So I feel like I should try with the line art at least. Um, trying to do more varied line art that might help a bit. Um, yeah, that would probably help a lot in doing my own webcomics because I do have a few that are in the works. I am very slow at putting out episodes because of said poor time management and poor mental health and whatnot. Um, and of course, I have another webcomic that I want to get started on soon. It is related to mermaids, though, and Mermay is coming up, so I'm hoping to have the first episode at least put up in May. Um, yeah, that's gonna be a challenge to do. I would also like to finish this one short story first before I do the comic that'll hopefully be started in May. My brain keeps pausing. I have to remember what I was saying. There is cat hair flying everywhere. For anyone listening that has a cat, do you ever just, or any super fluffy animal, do you just find hair literally everywhere in like in places you never thought that it could get to? It's like I have ceiling fans in my room, and whenever I clean, it's like a thick layer of cat hair is just up there. And like, how does it? How does it get up there? I don't understand. I need a vacuum. I need to vacuum like every day, to be honest with you. Um. Anyway. Uh. Oh. Just a quick mention. If you've noticed the little blurred squares and rectangles on the screen, that is Facebook Messenger. I didn't want my messages to show up while I was recording this, so I blurred them. And since and because of editing this video, I um, changed a setting somewhere so that the messages at least won't be previewed. Like it won't show the little pop up. So in future recordings, I won't have to do as much blurring, but it still does the circle uh, profile picture thing popping up, and I don't want that to be visible either because it does show um m- well, the specific pop-up right now anyway does show two of my best friends' faces and also mine, and I don't mind too much if mine shows up just because I have shown my face on YouTube before, and it was super awkward, and whenever I do show my face again, it will be awkward again. But I don't know for sure if my friends are okay with their faces being shown online, at least in context with my channel. And I want to be respectful and not like I could have asked them if it was okay, and it probably would have been okay with them, but just be safe, I decided to not bother asking and just blurred the um little pop-up bubble. Yeah, I try to avoid messages and things showing up because uh I do draw on mobile, so whatever messages I get do tend to show up. And it would be nice to figure out how to prevent them from showing up, but I haven't obviously gotten to figure that out yet because to a degree I like it when they show up when I'm not drawing. Although it stresses me out because I get stressed out whenever anyone messages me. I am just a ball of anxiety. Um, but then lost my train of thought. This is what happens when I go on small tangents. I think next time I need to write down the ideas I have to talk about. I was going to do that before, but it just kind of, I thought it would be fine. Anyway, so this is the side-by-side comparison, on the left being the original piece, and then on the right, obviously, is mine. Let me know which one you like more, I guess, and it'll probably be the one on the left. Yeah, but I don't know. I don't know. I think I like the original more. That's what I'm trying to say. I don't know. Uh, I had fun though, which I guess is the most important thing. I don't draw men very often, and I certainly don't draw them holding each other. Not saying though that that's a bad thing. Anyway, thanks so much for watching. I hope you enjoyed this babbly mess, and I hope you have a wonderful Valentine's Day, whether you're spending it with someone else or with just yourself. No shame in that either, because I am forever alone. Uh, anyway, bye.